Hello, all my yarny friends. This is Helen with Thunder Above Creations. Went ahead and joined in on this 20 questions tag, and I'm beating Troll Whacker Diana Griffins at Sunset Creations. She already told me she was going to tag me, so I'm going to beat her to it. But we'll go ahead and get started on this. I'm sitting here waiting on my sister at a doctor's appointment, so don't want to be getting cut off halfway through it. But number one is, what does your name mean? Helen is, and in Greek that is shining light or bright one. In Scottish, it would mean radiant one or the sun. That's seems to be the same thing I've heard all my life. So I guess it must be pretty close. Where am I from? My mama. No, I gotta be a smart aleck. My warped sense of humor. I was born in Newburgh, New York. Raised in Kansas. Moved down to Oklahoma when shortly after I married what is now my ex. When we got divorced, instead of moving back home, I felt at home here in Oklahoma, so I stayed. So that's yeah. That'll be 2 and 3. Where are you from? And where were you born? So somewhere in there, that in between here and there, that's where I'm at. What would my name be if I was born the opposite sex? I don't know what it would have been, but I had gotten the nickname Hank when I was about 9 years old from one of my cousins. It just kind of stuck until I moved down here to Oklahoma, where nobody knew me. But there's people that actually thought my birth name was Hank. Long story short, he wasn't able to say Helen, and he heard the name Hank on something on the radio, and I was the only one that acknowledged him saying it, so I guess that's what he decided my name had to be. My biggest accomplishment, it's a combination of things. One would be my kids. They're all grown adults now. They're trying to make it on their own, and out of those would be my middle one. She's actually doing everything pretty much on her own. She really hates asking for help. She gets that from her mama, though. My eye color, they're blue. I don't know if you can tell it out here, but I'm in the cars, so I can't do anything with it right now. Favorite candle scent? I like just about all candles. Don't really have a favorite that I just can't live without. But I like all kinds of scents. Can I cook? Yeah, I'm a fluffy girl. I can cook. For health reasons now, I don't cook as much as I used to, but I can still get by with it. What is good about my life right now? It's I don't know. I woke up to see another day. So that's what's good about my life right now. What is my sign? I'm a Leo. Good old lion. What scares me about aging? Becoming a burden to anybody. I am not being able to do things on my own and have to rely on others and such. And I don't want to become a burden to anybody. What's my favorite holiday? Yeah, don't really have one anymore. Used to be Christmas, because my mom and I would go all out for decorating and all that, and we had stuff up all over the house, outside the house. I even fell off the roof one time trying to put lights up with her, but I don't really. When I had my kids, I used to like Halloween and 4th of July, because that's the two that they seem to really go nuts over. And Halloween, I would see their imaginations at work. And then they were so fascinated with the fireworks on the 4th of July. But nowadays, I don't really have a favorite. I don't know why. It's almost, most of them seem like just another day now. Number 13, what is my guilty pleasure? I don't have anything that I can think of right away that I can put on this. Let's see. Favorite show to binge watch? I don't really watch TV anymore. We haven't had cable in the last 7-8 years. I was watching The Walking Dead for a little while when it was on Netflix or Hulu, one of them. And I got caught up to the end of, I think it was season 6 or 7. And then I had to wait for the next one to come out. And in the meantime, my daughter lost her account for a little while. And then when she got the password back, got it back and gave me the password, I just never really got back into it. What is one thing I can't leave the house without? I would say my ID, because I need that more times than not, especially with driving. And there's just, I'm guilty of smoking, but I've gotten to where I can take off, and if I leave them at home, oh well, and just another reason to hurry up and get home faster. But I don't really care to have the cell phone, but that's what I'm trying to record on today. This is first for that too. Let's see, number 16. Are you a morning person or a night owl? Always been a night owl. Always would stay up all throughout the night doing homework when I was in high school, and then I ended up sleeping halfway through my classes during the day. And then when I got to where I had jobs, I preferred to work graveyard. So and I'm still a night owl. I'll end up staying up till 4 or 5 in the morning and sometimes all night long. It don't take very much for me to get my days and nights switched around. What is your favorite genre of movie? Toss up in between comedy and I guess it'd be scary movies. And I don't really like slasher type things, but I like Stephen King, and some a little bit scarier, but I don't know how to draw the line on that. I used to be big in the Halloween and Friday the 13th and stuff like that, but when they started making them can't think of the word, franchise or whatever, when they kept going on and on, they got old. So I guess that's how to do the genre of movie. What's the last thing I bought? I went and got myself back into knitting, and I had practiced a couple of hats and realized that I had the wrong size knit needles, and I went on Amazon and bought the whole shooting shebang of 16 and 32 inch circular needles and some DPNs to go with those. I just got that in a few days ago. So that's the last thing I bought, other than food. And number 19, are you introvert or extrovert? I've always been an introvert. I wallflower, stay away from everybody. I got tired of getting in trouble when hanging out with the wrong people, and I wasn't even doing anything wrong. I'm just guilty by association. So it got to the point that if I was by myself and got in trouble, then I knew that it was me that did it. And Number 20, what's your favorite book? I don't have a favorite book per se, but I do. Another one, Stephen King. I've read all of his books. I wish that I had copies of them. People would borrow it and never brought it back. But I do still have a few of the hardback books of his. I just never let go. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't know for sure who to tag, so I'm going to do like what the Canadian Crotcheter did, and you see this, and just consider yourself tagged. And I hope you guys have a good day, and keep on crocheting. Now go ahead and add keep on knitting. How if we make it keep on yarning? But thanks a lot, and have a good day, guys.